Hello, good evening, my beloveds, twin flames, soulmates, soul flames. How are you all doing this week? It was a very intense week, a lot of energies, beautiful energies also, with the 1111 portals. A lot of abundance energy, a lot of new starts, new beginnings, new flames coming in. And let's see what's going on in the masculine's mind space. In his mind space is love begins. So it means it's a new start for love. It's a new start of new energies, endings. He closed some doors and he is ready to pour in love in a new way. It could be love for himself, could be love for a relationship, and he will go with the flow. He is ready to invest the love so it can flow with the stream. Not stream upwards, but stream downwards and going with the flow. So in this case, in some scenarios, it will be that there is new love coming in for the divine masculine. And he really wants to invest. He wants to be in balance with the emotions. He wants to be equal, and he wants to pour in what he has to give. He's opening up his emotions and is ready to let the sun shine in his life. And it could be that it's a new relationship, or it could be that it is an old relationship that rekindles the new fire, that he is ready to pour in his love into a relationship. And what's in his heart space? In his heart space is prosperity begins. He's the seed that he planted started to grow to a new beginning, new fruitation, new fruits are coming in, and new love. The love that he was seeking for, or the love that he wanted in his life, he planted that a few months ago, and that starts to grow. And he is getting the fruits of it. So in his heart space, he knows that there is prosperity and there is growth in this relationship. That this relation will be growing till full fruition. And he can take the fruits from it. And it's enjoyable. They both, he knows that it's reciprocated. So how does he seize the divine feminine? He sees the divine feminine in harmony and love. He finally knows in his heart space that she is the one for him. And this is the Lover's card, the Twin Flame card. And he is ready to offer his love to her. And to have prosperity with her. He doesn't know how yet, but that will unfold. And he sees her as his life partner. So he knows in his heart space that his divine feminine is the one for him. And he is the one for his divine feminine. Coming together, coming closer together. And what's going on in the divine feminine's headspace? Disruption. In her headspace, there's a disruption. Things coming her way she didn't plan. Other things that she is probably forced into to give it priority. And that makes her feel stuck. It could be that there is a lot going on in the divine feminine's mind space, a lot of things she has to do, and it's not expected. It's unexpected situation that comes her way that she really didn't agree on, but really is forced to deal with it. And that could bring up tiredness, it could bring up frustration, it could bring up stuckness, feeling stuck, feeling there is not enough time for her to do her thing, to having her own space, to having her feeling restricted. Really feeling that she is disrupted by the things that comes from the outside, and that gives her a feeling of tension, of not be able to move forward with the things she really wants to do. So it's more of a kind of the matrix energy, what I feel in this. Lot of things, of shadow sides that comes up that needs to be dealt with, but is not really having the time for it to deal with it as she should, as she wanted to. So there's a lot of things going on in the divine feminine's headspace, really feeling stuck, and I feel frustration. A feeling of seeing no way out. And what I feel about this, that she needs to withdraw herself from the situation, take some time for herself to figuring out which things needs to be done first. What's in her heart space? In her heart space, she has patience. That's beautiful, because she has a seed here in her hand that is flowering, coming to a flower. And the seed that she sowed is almost the same seed that the divine masculine had sowed earlier on. And the divine feminine has patience with it, because she knows that a flower doesn't grow overnight, that it needs time, that it needs nurturing, that it takes space, that it needs watering and attention so it can bloom. And it takes time. She's going within, in her heart space, she's meditating, being quiet, so that things can unfold and grow. She also gets a lot of downloads from the universe, and interacting with spirit that is needed for answers. She seeks the answers within, and she has patience with it. So she has patience with the divine masculine, and she has patience to withdraw herself and get within and be patient with this situation, with the situation of frustration and everything else. And she knows when she is in patience and in her heart space that things will unfold by itself and things will grow. How does she see the divine masculine? She sees the divine masculine coming in and have the triumph of conquering himself, conquering the shadow side, conquering everything that he needed to leave behind. And now he is storming in for new abundance, storming in to get what he really needs. It could be a love situation that he's storming in for love, because a new love begins for him in his mind space and in his heart space. But that's also the divine feminine, and the divine feminine sees, he is marching towards her, but also towards victory, towards abundance, towards peace of mind, peace of his heart, so he can celebrate the victory with her. What is supporting him? That he gets the recognition from spirit, recognition and reward. He gets rewarded by the sun, by spirit, because of the work he did. He knows that he is being seen for all the effort he put in his journey, and that's what the reward is for the whole hard work. He is connecting with spirit, and spirit says, yes, I see you. You did the work. You are being humble. You are being being brought to your knees to see where you need to go, and the only way you need to go is within to find the peace. And therefore, if you connect with me, I will reward you. And that's what will support him. That's what supports him. Being humble and connecting with spirit. How does he see the relationship with the divine feminine? It's the foundation and the achievement. He wants to build a house with her. He wants to build a family with her. He wants to reconnect and make a stable house with her. Start a family. It could be that he wants to create, he probably created a foundation that he is stable with his financial situation. He can build her a house. He can offer her what she needs to build a family together. And that's what he's working on. But that's how he sees the relationship with his divine feminine, that it's stable, that there is a foundation, that there is happiness, and that's where he wants to work towards. That's how he sees the relationship. How does the divine feminine sees the relationship? She is triumphing over success by communication. She cuts away everything what no longer serves her in her life, and that makes her going forward, moving forward, creating new situations, and it gives her a triumph for success. And that will, the patience in her heart will help her to receive this, and that will support her. She needs to probably talk more about her emotions, how she feels, what she is doing, what she is opening up more, to create more openness and more space for the divine masculine to come in. How does she see the divine masculine and the relationship with the divine masculine? She sees that all elements need to be in balance. That was the card that she had last week also. That she also sees that there are a lot of options she can choose out of, or that her divine masculine can choose out of. But she knows that the relationship with her divine masculine needs to be in balance with all the elements. So if one of the elements is not there, then there is a disbalance. And she wants that the total balance is there. That there is the air energy, that there is fire, that there is earth, and there is air. That all elements and water are there. So she knows what she seeks in the relationship. The relationship needs to be balanced out, because if all elements are here, there is also a connection with spirit within. So then there is a possibility for a stable foundation of abundance, of commitment or love. Then there is grounding and connecting with nature, but also dreams and communication and creativity, to be in harmony with each other. What is the block of the divine masculine? The hunger. The hunger for emotions, to share the emotions, the hunger for passion, the hunger for sexuality, the hunger for wildness, and to be one with the moon, to be one with the emotions. And but that is blocking him. The hunger for it blocks him. So it means that he needs to go in flow, that the waiting, maybe the waiting of the circle to be ready to open up the circle, ready to open up the cycle of new beginnings. And that creates a hunger within. It could mean a hunger of control, or being aware of the whole situation, or able to control the situation. So that will block him. And what will he do about it? He will release it all. He is ready to release it all to the light, to release all his blocks to the light, and to be in harmony, in one with the moon. He is releasing all his fears, all his anxiety, and to come in this state of light and bliss, and going with the flow. what blocks the divine feminine, the path. She knows that she needs to walk her path, but because of all the disruption that's coming on from the outside, that is not making her able to walk her path. So there is a lot of things from the outside coming to the divine feminine that blocks her to walk the path that she needs to walk, to connect with the stars, to connect with nature, to connect doing her work, what she really needs to do for the earth, for the grid, to bring everything in balance. And what is she going to do about it? She is going into flirtation, meaning that she will do all the things she needs to do and then return back to her source, so she can create the abundance again, so she can come back to her nature, come back to her spirit, come back in alignment, and show herself with all the fruits and all the work she did. She will get the fruits of her labor to come in. So it's a temporarily thing what's going on here. What combines the divine masculine and feminine? Their wisdom of the universe, the wisdom of the stars, the wisdom of the knowledge that they have of the freedom of the moon, of the universe, of the universal knowledge, connecting with spirit, connecting with heart, connecting with the Akasha records, and feeding themselves from the knowledge, from the books, from everything they can receive. Take out of the books what resonates with them, and toss out what not resonates with them. But take it all in. Take the knowledge in. Take in the knowledge of the universe, all the downloads they get that will help them to understand more why things happen in a certain way. And that combines them both. What will bring them together? Fear. It's the time of releasing the fear from the outside world, the fear from the matrix, the fear of being caged. And they know when they go inside, there is this light. And within this light, they can resolve the fear. And they will release the fear to the light. So their inner light will shine more. So they are transforming, they are transforming their fears into transformation and bring it up to the light, so they can experience more freedom and not feeling caged. And they have to communicate about this. If they communicate about their fears with spirit or their fears to each other, it will be released and transformed. Divine feminine and divine masculine will come in balance with each other, and they will also come in balance with their fears. It's so necessary that they support each other, that they see each other's fears, that they listen to each other's fears, that they open up so they can understand where they're coming from. So I have a feeling they start to learn each other all over again, because both of them never had learned to talk to each other about their fears, about their deepest fears and emotions. And both of them are going within to the inner child to transform this inner child, to grow, to heal, and give them light. So that's what they're both in. So they're both releasing the fears, and when they're both releasing their fears, they will come together. That will give them peace, harmony, and they will reach it with peace and harmony and meditation, being one with spirit, being one with their hearts, being one with all that there is. So that will give them peace. We'll get some clarifiers on where the divine masculine gets his recognition from. Tree of life. He gets recognition of mastering the tree of life, of the knowledge, of the Kabbalah, of the wisdom of the trees, where he's connected to. So when he is grounded, he is and in nature, he gets his rewards from nature. He gets his rewards from the work he puts in. The tree of life, the family tree, that will give him recognition. Let's see what's going on with the hunger. What's the hunger about? The hunger of freeing himself from being caged. That is blocking him. He is so eager to release his fears, to release his cage, to open his heart. He's really hungering for it, to release it, to let it go. And because he knows when he cages his heart, it will create a block. But there is so much hunger and so much impatience to open this cage and to go there, that it needs more time and more space. I will see what else is needed to release and to open that block, because he's still guarding his heart, and that is out of fear. He needs to open up to his divine feminine, why his heart is still locked up in this cage. Another clarifier, please. Loyalty. He needs loyalty from his divine feminine, and probably that no, it's about the loyalty of his own. He wants to be loyal to his he wants to be loyal. He wants to be truthful and having the energy of not breaking someone else's heart and his own heart. So he needs to be loyal to himself. In the first place, he needs to be loyal about the things he say, about his words, about what he's going through, and stick with it. He knows that he wasn't loyal in the past. He knows that there was deceit and that there wasn't um, space enough to show himself. Now he is able to being loyal. He is ready to being loyal. Because he knows when he is not loyal to himself, that he can't be loyal to someone else and truthful. Release, and that's the hope. The hope that he can release and that he can reach the light to make steps forward. So he's anchoring his emotions deep in the water, into the sand, in the water, in the sand, so he can be steady, and that there is hope for him to go and grow to the light, so he can release all the fears, and he can release his heart from the cage and to be open again. He wants to open his heart, but it's hard when your heart is locked up in an energy. And that means that he needs to be loyal and truthful to himself with his words and with his deeds. Okay, let's see a clarifier for the Divine Feminine. What is her disruption? Wow. Two cards came out. Disruption is the fox, the sneakiness, the not being truthful, being sly, being all these things that will come on her way, and hope. She is hoping that the divine masculine or the people all around her will be open enough to release the deceit, to release the slyness, and the fox is someone also that wants to be invisible, can make themselves invisible. When they wrap their tail around them, then can make themselves invisible. So she hopes that everything that is disrupting from the out to vision, that it will be visualized. And be aware of the fox, all my divine feminine, because the fox always means there's sneakiness going around, there is going interruptions from the outside that wants to bring you out of balance. So that's what probably will happen this coming week. So when you're prepared, go back to having faith in yourself, faith in your belief, and faith in your patience. What will triumph? What supports your triumph? The Moon card, emotions. You're conquering your emotions. You're conquering probably your shadow sides, probably the deepest fears. You are conquering this all. You have this victory over the shadow side or victory over secrets. It could be that secrets will be revealed to you and that you feel victorious over this. It could be that you get a download, but it also can be that your divine masculine is opening up to you to tell you the secrets that he's carrying for such a long time. And that you will be victorious over this. And let's see what the shadow or the path is about. What do you need to do to follow your path again? What do you need to do to follow your path again? Because that's what you're blocking. Grounding yourself and not let anything get in your way. So the disruption, if there's coming deceit or slyness or people want to use you, ground yourself and don't let anything block you and get you out of the way to walk your path. There probably are people that will block you or try to get you off track or to walk your path. It could be that it's energies that will disrupt you because it's the dark time, that there are darker energies coming in to withhold you to walk your path. If you have dreams and that's blocking you, then you know where it's from. That it's the mountain. Don't let any mountain withhold you from reaching out the top. Even if you don't, even if you go halfway and somebody else wants to pull you down, don't give into it. Walk up again and try to reach your goal. Try to reach the top of the mountain. There's nothing in your way. It's your mind that creates the block in your mind. So it's the way you think about what's going to happen that will block you. So if you have a feeling that someone else is blocking your path, then you have, and it's coming from the outside, you need to go within. You need to find your patience, you need to find your peace, and knowing that you will reach that top, knowing that you will reach that path, and to get back on the horse again, to find the way to the gateway to a new beginning. And what will give you fruition? Whoa, bit much, but much energy. A letter. Communication will come in. Communication will come in that give you fruition. Communication from your masculine or for someone that you're waiting for in a situation to open up and to release everything. So it's possible that when you get blocked and you don't get into your path, to your dream, and you want to have fruition, you need the communication. You need to communicate with someone to get your abundance in. Okay. And which wisdom do you both share? I have a message here. The death, the children, and the flowering. So there is an ending of certain situations, endings, and the children will be in your life, will be opening the end of a situation. Children in your life, it could be that a child will will be receiving or being pregnant in your life, that will end things, that will end old situations of doubt, will end things of doubt, and it will flourish. It will flourish and will give you new beginnings. So the death will help you, this ending things will help you when you become pregnant and children are a part of your life, and that will give you a lot of fruition and growth. So you will probably go into a transition from being single to a parent, and growing into parenthood. That's a short situation for someone, a short message for someone. And the wisdom is that they both have the wisdom that they always come out of the darkness into the light. And that's their wisdom, that there is always, after a dark period, the light will shine. And that's, that's nature. After rain will come sunshine, after dark clouds, and there will be, the sun will come out. Nothing will be hidden, by the sun, by the light. Everything will come to the light. What's in the darkness, what is hidden in the darkness, will come to light. And they know it all, both. That will combine them both. The knowledge they have that after the rain, the sunshine will come. After the darkness, you will walk in the light. Because they both know there is no light without the night. There is no day without the night. Okay, and what is the last card on the fear? What is the clarifier on the fear? Ah, look at this. If you go with the flow and you don't swim stream upwards, there is no fear. When you go with the flow, there is no necessary for fear. Fear is resistance. And if you resist or being stubborn for being stubborn, then you create fear within yourself. Anxiety, not knowing which direction you want to go. And if you just go with the flow and just be in the now, then the fear will disappear. Only the resistance within yourself will create fear. Stubbornness, just being stubborn because you want to have being right, or that creates fear because you want to control someone else. And that means control is out of fear, because then you're not sure if you're safe, that you're having enough confidence to be this growth, to go out in this stream. And it could be that you have so much fear as a child, not being nurtured enough, not being having attention enough, not being seen for who you are, or just putting yourself in, or being putting yourself aside in the corner, giving other people more priority than yourself. And then then you're swimming upstream, and that creates fear. It's the same cage. That's blocking the divine masculine. It's the same cage. Here you see the cage of locking up his heart. And this cage, it's exactly the same cage. And they want to be free. The heart wants to be free. So the advice for the divine masculine is to go with the flow. Swim downstream. Take the easy way. Take the stream downwards. Let go of everything, of every resistance. Let go of everything you resist against. Let go of the ego, let go of the control, so you can be and release the fear of being locked up, of your heart being locked up, because you have the key to heal yourself. You have the key to go within and hold your inner child and heal your inner child wounds to be free again. Well, this was a really beautiful reading, and I will see what the Romance Angel cards has to say. By the way, thank you so much for your confirmation. I got confirmation last week about someone who got her ring as a promise for commitment. She received her ring and as a promise of a commitment. It wasn't an engagement ring, but it's a promise for more. And it was really, really great to receive this. That she gave me the answer that she was synchronizing with this reading of last week. That she was so enthusiastic when she came to me and said, "Oh, look, I got a ring. I got a ring." And it's just a promise, of more. And she was so happy with it. So I'm so happy to hear all these stories that the energies are synchronizing, that what I'm channeling out of the collective, that will that will materialize. That's it, because I get the message from spirit and from the universe. And I got two for the divine feminine. This is too much. Okay, keep it here. That it is a confirmation of my readings, and I'm very, very happy to help you with this. Well, for the divine masculine is express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture to your divine feminine. Express your love. Express your love to the divine feminine. Then she will open up to you. She won't open up to you if there's no expression of love. If there's just a normal conversation, she will keep it low key. She will keep it normal. It's a risk for her and for the divine masculine to open his love to her, because out of fear, and they're both in that fear. So it means that one needs to step up, and the divine masculine, if this is in his heart space, prosperity and a new begin in love, he needs to express it to her. He needs to express it to her. So that will open up, and the fear will be released. The fear will be released. The fear, and it's most of the time, it's the fear of the past. But the past is the past. You can't change the past. You just grow from the past. You learn from the past and you move on from the past. And for the divine feminine, there's new love coming in. It can be a reconciliation, or it can be someone new that comes and enters your life. A new person has stirred up your romantic feelings. So it's about a new person or an old person, doesn't matter, but someone is stirring up your love life. So it can be that a lot of you had an ending, closed off an old period, and that there's now a new person in your life that is expressing his love to you. So it stirred up your romantic feelings. And this person is out of a past life relationship. You know this person, it's a person from a past life. You have known each other before. So it could be that you're coming from the same soul family, that you're coming from the same energy, that you shared life together in a past life, and that you rekindle the energies. You recognize each other from the past. So, well, let me know how your journey is going, if it resonates, if things are coming out, if the readings you had from me, a lot of people had personal readings from me, and a lot of readings came out and could help them to get back in union with their loved ones. So if you want a reading for yourself or for your twin, let me know. The first time I'm fully booked till the 9th of December. After the 9th of December, I'm open again for new readings. So yeah, it's getting busy this time of year. Know that in this time, a lot of, with Venus in transitioning, a lot of unions will happen. And as I see here for the divine masculine, he really wants to offer his divine feminine a new love, confess his love to her. The only block is that there is still fear. And by communication, by expressing the fears, it will be resolved. And the same for the Divine Feminine. She needs to get out of the restrictions and the restrictions that she find out from the outside world, and not let anything stop her to reach her goal. So I will keep it with this. I hope you all have a good week. A lot of blessings, a lot of love, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.